Hi everybody, Dawn from St. Helena's here. Just wanted to share a parable with you this morning. It's a story of a man who asked God, what is the difference between heaven and hell? What do they look like? So God takes him to a room. He opens the door, and inside the room the man sees a big table. And around this table there are a whole lot of people. And there's a big pot of stew, vegetable stew right in the middle. Smells so wonderful, smells so delicious. And each person has a really long spoon, enough to reach over to the stew. And the spoon is longer than their arm. But then he notices something about the people. He notices that they are very sad. They're very quiet. Their faces are drawn in. They look very hungry. And he looks at God and he says, I have seen hell. People with food directly in front of them and starving. Then God takes him to a second room. Similar door, opens the door, and the man looks in and he sees something that's quite like that. A big table, a big pot of stew, and he sees these big long spoons. But there's a difference. The people in this room are laughing and they are smiling and they look very, very nourished. He turns to God and with a confused look on his face, he says, I don't understand. And God says, the people in the second room, they understand that their life is about sharing and it's about caring. In these times right now where we feel very, very isolated, sometimes people are actually using a descriptor. They say this is like hell on earth. I think it's hell because we make it hell. I mean, you've seen the news for days and days and days, all these negative things blasted at us. I'm gonna keep using that word blasted when I talk to you guys. Blasted at us. And in the past couple of days, I've seen a shift. In fact, yesterday I counted on national news. There were seven positive stories. Stories about people helping each other, people showing compassion. You could see it on the faces of the people who were serving others. Their faces were lit. As we think about that, I want to turn to a piece of scripture that speaks to us right now. I want to turn to the book of James. And in the book of James, it says this. What good is it, dear brothers and sisters, if you say you have faith but don't show it by your actions? Can that kind of faith save anyone? Suppose you see a brother or sister who has no food or clothing and you say, goodbye, have a good day, stay warm, eat well. But then you don't give that person any food or clothing. What does that do? You see, faith by itself isn't enough. Unless it produces good deeds, it is dead and useless. See, we are called to be people of a resurrection. We are called to be people who live a heavenly life. We are heaven bound. And we can create heaven here on earth right now by the way that we reach out to each other. I've got a list on a legal pad that goes on for pages about who I'm contacting on a daily basis. Who am I'm reaching out to? People from college, people from old mission trips, people from my church, people that are friends and family, just touching base and talking to them via Skype, Zoom, email, text, whatever it takes. We are called to create a heaven here on earth amidst all that's going on. So have a very blessed weekend and reach out and live your faith. Bye.